Hey friends, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful start to your day. Last week I had an experience that I did a couple posts about and I did a couple videos about feeling this intense amount of emotional heaviness and not knowing what it was, and not only not knowing what it was, not knowing what to do about it. Like I struggled on Thursday in just getting out of bed, and I struggled on Friday too. It took everything in me to just get up and try to do anything. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I couldn't figure out why I felt the way that I did, but I just knew that it was like a combination of sadness and frustration and anger and just all this really low energy, negative emotion. And I didn't know what I did to get to that place or to have those feelings. But, I tried some different things to just get through it. But here's what I found that actually worked, and that's what I want to share with you. I don't know if you are going through some deep, heavy-seated emotions, if you're feeling some intense emotional weight or intense emotional pain. I don't know if you're feeling sadness or if you're feeling a lot of anger, or if you're feeling some resentment or bitterness or just sadness. Whatever it is that you're going through, Here's what I did that helped me not only overcome it, but come out on the other side of it and do so relatively quickly. I say relatively quickly. Once I started actually doing some of these things, it was just a matter of hours before I felt remarkably and in some ways completely different, completely better. What I did was I just sat with myself. I didn't try to medicate with anything. I didn't try coping mechanisms. I didn't try to distract myself by thinking about other things. I was just fully present with myself. It's so easy for us to get distracted, especially on social media and or online for that matter, and try to do things to distract us from the things that we're feeling. But our body is trying to get our attention. Our spirit's trying to get our attention. And really what our body wants is it wants us. It wants us to be fully present with ourselves. So sit with yourself, sit with your emotions. And one thing that I do a lot, it's a way of giving yourself grace, and this is a beautiful act of self-love. No matter what it is that you're feeling, just telling yourself, it's okay, I love you. It's okay, I love you. And your mind wants to kick in and tell you all the reasons why you have to be afraid, all the reasons why you have to have doubt, all the reasons why everything isn't going to work, all the reasons why stuff is just a failure, all the reasons why it's always going to be terrible. You don't have to argue with your mind. What you can do is just say, it's okay, I love you. No matter what pops up into here, it's okay, I love you. And eventually your mind's going to catch on and say, you know what, it is okay, I love you too. So sitting with your emotions is one. Reaffirming to yourself, it's okay, I love you is two. And number three is go outside and go for a walk. I went outside and I went for a walk. It was cold and my legs were all wobbly because I hadn't really moved a whole lot. But remember, I made a goal for this year to walk 5,000 steps in a day, and I'm so thankful I did that. It got me out of the house and it made me walk. And I had a conversation with God while I was on this walk, and I was just able to just try to get out and express all the things that I didn't understand that I was feeling, and I met God in that place. And I don't know whether you have a relationship with the divine, whether you call God he, she, him, her, it doesn't really matter. If you believe in the universe, if you don't believe in anything, that doesn't matter. You have a spiritual nature to you, and there is a love that created the universe and that created you, and that lives inside of you right now. Communicate with that love. That's what I did. I communicated with that love. I walked, I moved around, and I got into nature. And by the time I was walking back to my house, I felt peace. I felt peace. I hadn't felt peace in 2 days. All I felt was this intense emotional heaviness. That's what I did to dig myself out of that pit. I sat with my emotions instead of trying to change myself. I told myself, it's okay, I love you. You can feel whatever you want to feel. It's okay, I love you. It's great practice for being in relationships too. No matter what's being felt, it's okay, I love you. And I got outside, I got into nature, and I connected with the love that lives inside of me. And I just wanted to make that connection with the love that is inside of me so that love could have the voice that I was listening to. Not all the craziness that was going on in my head and not all the emotional stuff I couldn't figure out. The love. All right? 3 powerful tools. You do that, and I promise you, no matter what kind of pit of despair you might feel like you're in, you'll dig yourself out. I love you, and I'll see you soon.